This video is about operation of tracking device. Let's get a basic understanding of the tracking system device and its accessories. This picture shows the front and rear of the tracking system device. The Wi-Fi antenna is on the far left of the tracking device. There is a circular system switch for the device. These two USB ports can be used to connect the mouse and keyboard. It can also be used for data transmission, such as system version upgrades. On the far right of the device is the Type-C port. The panel switch is on the rear of the device. Below is the power interface. There are 4 network interfaces. It is used to connect to the TTL network converter. This HDMI port is used to connect to the display screen to show the content of the tracking system device. Please select the screen with a resolution of 1920x1080. 8 standard DMX5 output ports for connecting moving head fixture. These 2 green interfaces are used to connect the central control device. Next, let's take a look at the instructions for the related accessories. This device comes with 5 base stations. 4 of the base stations, from A0 to A3, are transmitting base stations. CO is used as a receiving base station. CO is used to receive signals transmitted from A0 to A3. This device comes with 2 beacons, tags T1 and T2. The beacons are wear on the track target. One track target needs to wear the beacons at the same time, so the system and fixture can accurately identify the track target and auto-tracking. Users can increase the number of beacons according to on-site requirements. For example, tracking the targets, expand to 4 beacons, T1, T2, T3, T4. This device comes with a TTL network converter. Connect TTL network converter to the network port on the rear panel of the tracking device. Also connect the CO base station to the TTL network converter. For the setting of these parameters, please refer to the product manual for details. The device is pre-configured with these settings by default. Here is a connection diagram of the tracking device. The monitor is connected to the tracking system device via HDMI cable. When purchasing a monitor, please choose one with a resolution of 192 or 108 tall. Connect the tracking device and the TTL network converter with network cable through its own TTL cable to connect to CO base station. This is the entire connection map. Let's explain the installation of the 4 base stations. The installation height is 4 to 16 meters. Base stations need to be installed at the same horizontal height. The height difference should not exceed 20 meters. The side of the antenna is facing towards the center of the site. We can reference to this schematic diagram. All transmitting base stations are all on the same horizontal line. Mushroom-shaped antennas are facing towards the center of the site. CO is installed 1 meter above the ground, and its mushroom-shaped antenna just keep vertically upward. The ideal layout for transmitting base stations is square shape. Keep the aspect ratio at 2:1 as much as possible. If a rectangular layout is adopted, then the positioning accuracy is higher on the long sides, and the positioning accuracy of the short sides is relatively weaker. The effective positioning range of the tracking is 50 meters by 50 meters. After installing the 4 transmitting base stations is required, let's start calibrating the moving light. Base station calibration and beacon merging. Connect the monitor, mouse, and keyboard to the tracking device. Start the tracking device. Enter the fixture debug page. Click the automatic calibration button of base station calibration. The calibration process takes about 60 seconds. During calibration process, CO base station will keep flashing. We can get the XY coordinate value of the transmitting base station. After waiting for about 60 seconds, it will show calibration completed. The 3D scene view displays the positions of all base stations. Then turn on the beacons T1 and T2. The 3D scene view shows all activated beacon tags. Meanwhile, we can view these 2 activated beacons in a tag list. Click Merge Tags. Enter a custom name. Click Confirm. The merge tag will also appear in the tag list. Create light library and address patching. Click Fixture Manager. Click the plus sign in the Fixture Library list to create a new light library. Then enter the fixture library name and channel number. Press the Enter key on the keyboard to confirm the input content. After entering, select the attribute in the attribute list. Click Reserve, then click on the channel attribute to be set on the right. To quickly set the attribute, Fill in the channel attributes according to the actual parameters of the fixture. If the preset attribute list does not contain the required attributes, we can skip it and keep reserve. After completing light library programming, click Address Setting. Select the edited light library. At first, we should select which line used for patch. Line refers to which DMX output port on the rear panel of the tracking device. For example, if connected to line 1, select domain 0, and so on. After selecting the corresponding domain, patch based on the preset DMX address code of the fixture. Left-click to patch. Right-click to delete the patch fixture. If we already delete the patch fixture, if we need to continue using this fixture, repatch it again. Select the fixture name to customize it. Fixture calibration. First, we should adjust the rotation direction of the PD axis. Select the patch fixtures. Click lamp on to turn on the fixture. Then set the P-axis to 0 degrees. Set the T-axis to 90 degrees. Increase the value of the T-axis, and observe whether the moving head is turning upward. If it is flipped upward, then do not check, invert. Then fine-tune the value of the T-axis to make the moving head perpendicular to the ground. Then click Calibrate Tilt. Keep the T-axis value unchanged after calibration, then increase the value of the P-axis. If the P-axis value increases, the fixture rotates clockwise. Then do not check, invert. Then fine-tune the value of the P-axis to align the beam of P-axis straight to the stage floor. Keep the beam parallel to the stage and perpendicular. Click Calibrate Pan. Click Clear. Click Lamp Arm. Calibrate position points of A, B, C, D. First, calibrate pointer. Turn the P-axis and T-axis. Align the beam with the bottom of base station at 0. Fine-tune PT axis to aim aperture right below the base station. Click Record I. Then calibrate and record points B, C, and D in the same way. After calibration is completed, click Calculate Position, and then get a value of X as the axis. The smaller the Z-axis value, the higher the position illuminated by the aperture. We can adjust the Z-axis value according to the height of the track target. Click Clear. Click Lamp on to test the beacon stats. Select Tag I. That is the merge tag. Turn on Auto Follow. We can fine-tune the size of the aperture. We can zoom in fine-tune channels to adjustment and test automatic tracking. When the target moves within the area, the beacon in the software 3D view will move accordingly. Turn off Auto Follow, then turn off the beacon tag. Click Clear. Test completed. Create tracking effect. After the test is completed, click Light Effect Edit. Select the calibrated light fixture. Click Create Effect. Enter custom name for the effect. Click Confirm. Click Edit icon to enter effect editing interface. Global tracking means tracking is available across the entire base station coverage area. Turn on Auto Track. Turn on Beacon Light. We can adjust the aperture zoom channel as needed. When the beacon is worn to track a target, the aperture can move along with the target. The beacon visuals on the software also move. After the test is completed, turn off the auto tracking. Click Turn Off Track. Then click Exit Edit. Automatically save the edited effects. Select Fixture. Click Create Effect. Click Add icon to enter tracking effect editing interface. Click Global to switch to zone. Then click the plus sign below to create a zone tracking. We can enter a custom zone name. Press Enter on keyboard to confirm after entering. The feed-in zone is measured in meters. Let's enter 1 meter. The scene refers to which scene number of the console will be triggered when the track target enters the zone. Let's divide designated effect tracking zone on the stage. After dividing the zone, there are solid line and dotted line. The distance between solid and dotted lines is 1 meter, which means 1 meter fade-in distance. Turn on the beacon. Click Auto Track. Area light in green means the light turns on when the track target enters the designated zone. If in gray, the light will turn off when the track target enters the designated zone. Adjust the aperture size appropriately. Then we can test the lighting effect when the target enters the zone. The moving headlight fades in when the target enters this zone. When the target stays still for 2 to 3 seconds, it will trigger the specified console scene, such as turning on the park lights. The tracking turns off automatically when the target leaves the zone. Click Turn off track. Click Exit Edit. The device automatically sees the edited effects. Click Play icon to play back the effect we have edited. The above is the complete installation and calibration procedure for DL tracking device.